Ich bin gerade zu konzentriert, deswegen rede ich nicht so viel. Wo ist er denn? Wo ist er denn? Wo ist er denn? Wo ist er denn? Na komm. Hör auf dich zu verstecken.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat. My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2. Retreating aircrafts. Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack. One bandit. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile!
It's like he's...
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report.
Alter! Wo will denn der hin?
Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30.
Die Drohne hat's aber eilig.
I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run. Damn it, I can't break away. This is where we lost. Yeah, good job. Golem and Maze Squadron, help us. Get those UAVs off of France. H2, missile launch. That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
So.
UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-rate aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Don't think, focus.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
Bin ich jetzt die Frau oder ist die Frau irgendwo hier unter den Wingmans? Keine Ahnung.
Not on my watch. In gun range. Missile did not connect. Good job,
So.
H2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
Ja, wenn man sich mal konzentrieren würde, Baba, ne, dann schafft man es vielleicht auch ein bisschen besser. Aber
Status report.
ich bin halt zu sehr geflasht von dem Spiel.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Diese Luftkämpfe machen mega Spaß.
Support! Somebody! Support!
Was ist denn hier los mit der Kleinen?
Golem 2, lost. Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got thrown? I'm afraid he's long gone by now. I'm sorry. Golem 3,
Let's down the Maze Squadron handle it. They'll pull through.
get your asses out.
Maze Squadron, get those things off my ass.
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him? This is getting a little tight. Missile launched.
Ja, Raketen können mal noch keine steilen Kurven fliegen.
Might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Golem and Maze, we owe you a jet. And we'll pay it.
So. Wie gehen langsam die Raketen aus? Ich hoffe, danach muss ich nicht großartig was machen.
Going for the loader.
Alter. Hör auf, meine Raketen zu quälen.
Make it quick.
Got a lock on me.
Geht doch.
H2, move to support. Other aircraft are in trouble. All UAVs have been splashed.
So. Was ist mit der schönen Tussi gewesen?
About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the
the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Mission erfüllt, okay. Was zum... Wir haben sie doch zerstört. Warum sind alle wieder da? Bäh?
Page 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach.
Überspringen. Ah, jetzt muss ich doch sowas wie landen.
You are cleared for landing. 3000 to runway. Page 2, lower speed. Page 2, lower nose. You're too high.
Also runter. Ist doch runter.
1500 to runway. Your approach looks good. Stay on course.
Alter. Das war knapp.
Perfect, Mage 2. I will be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Okay, puh, hätte nie gedacht, dass man zu sowas gezwungen wird.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Whatever. Hab ich doch meinen Job gut gemacht, oder, Boss? So, weiter geht's. Oh, Storytime.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
Noch ist die Story ein bisschen uneinsichtig. Undurchsichtig, meine ich.
This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Lecker sieht die Gute ja schon aus. Mal lieber Krokoschenski.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Hat er gesagt, unter den Wolken oder über den Wolken fliegen? Oder durch die Wolken? Na, ich werde es gleich sehen. Na, machen wir die gute F-16 wieder. Ist ein neues Teil dazu gekommen? Och, Menü. Daneben.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact. If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
So. Ich habe bloß keine Ahnung, wo ich hinfliegen soll. Da ist nämlich schon die Grenze des Einsatzgebiets und damit ist es gescheitert.
Entering clouds. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.